What's good, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of Casual Takes Pod. It's your host, Spider, back here with the crew, new and informed. We got Zach Buckets back.
What's going on, y'all?
You gonna switch the camera, and we got the one and only Shuka. It's been a while since the Gobert rat.
I'm
two
happy
years
to be back
off.
here. I'm happy to be back here. It's been a year and a half from the Gobert trade, but I'm here to talk my shit.
Life's changed. Life's changed.
Life changed.
We got two Wolves fans on one side.
100%, bro.
We got Matt on the other side.
Yes, sir, boys. We back.
Cool. Let's get into the episode. Today we're gonna be talking about the MVP talk, the MVP race going on right now. As far as Matt's concerned, he's saying it's not a race, but we got a couple people at the table that disagree.
Come on.
And before we get into the episode, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check us out on Apple and Spotify podcast at Casual Takes Pod. And check out our TikTok, Casual Takes Basketball. Without further ado, let's get into it, guys. MVP talk. Jokic got 2 right now. As far as the MVP odds are going right now, Jokic is number 1.
Still a lot of ball left.
Still a lot of basketball left.
A lot of ball left.
How many games left?
Let's about a couple more weeks of basketball.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say
Couple weeks.
like 15, I think.
15.
Yeah, not
15.
bad. Yeah.
I mean,
A lot could change.
last year with I feel like Jokic and Embiid race.
It was
that last
it
15,
was neck and
Yeah.
neck.
That last 15.
Yeah,
Neck
he
and
was
neck.
through
Neck
it,
and
bro. He had his third MVP,
Yeah.
but he's like,
And
he was-
the talks got too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Perkins calling them the media voters racist. It just got too much.
Nah, he was looking for the real prize. You know what I'm saying? He ended up winning the
his eyes on
championship.
the prize.
Hey, he got it. Do y'all feel like that standings in the West is gonna affect who gets the MVP?
Yeah, 100%.
Because right now it's literally between SGA and Jokic, and early in the season it was about Luka, but now we haven't even heard about Luka because the Mavericks are what, 7th, 8th?
Yeah.
I think seeding matters, bro, because when has an 8th, 7th seed other than Westbrook back in 2017, a low seed team has won an MVP?
Yeah, and I feel like it's funny we talk about this because I feel like what Westbrook did, honestly, and I'm a Westbrook fan, so I'm taking bias aside, but it could be biased because I am a Westbrook fan. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is what Westbrook
he did,
that season,
yeah.
bro, I don't think it can be repeated, and I think it's
agree,
miles
yeah.
ahead of what Luka is even doing
Exactly.
this season because. Not just the I feel like in-game statistics where you look at like I think he averaged like 31, 10, and 10.
Yeah.
But not just take away that he was leading the league in clutch points by miles.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like every game he was taking over in the fourth quarter. Like
Yeah.
the amount of win shares that guy had, the wins that he put up, I feel like cannot be.
Yeah.
It was just too many
Yeah.
vibes were going on.
Yeah,
Right? It was just-
definitely. I feel like he went like Superman mode. Like he just took.
Yeah.
he just
But
took
didn't
off.
Jokic win MVP as a 16 though?
As a
Yeah, he
6
did,
seed.
yeah.
So-
You know, Jokic and Westbrook, they were the only two like that won it recently in like 6, 7
Yeah.
or whatever, around that range.
Yeah.
But the team that they had to carry that.
Yeah, exactly.
Luka,
Yeah.
Like Luka has
Yeah,
talent.
he
Like,
has
he has
talent around
Kyrie.
him, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has good players around him. Like Westbrook and.
Because I can't get mad.
I mean,
yeah.
I can't name. Man, I seen a Twitter post that most of the guys that Jokic was playing on that team.
It was, yeah.
It's
it
out
was,
the
it was
league
bad.
or retired, like
Yeah.
Austin Rivers, DeMarcus
Compazzo.
Cousins, Compazzo.
It was bad.
Compazzo.
Yeah.
Compazzo
It
was
was
bad.
like- it was bad, so-
and they even got a playoff series win,
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that was insane.
I
They
think
beat
that was-
the Blazers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
beat
beat the
Portland.
Blazers. Yeah.
But I think that was the year that's the year before that. I think.
No.
No,
no,
he
it
was
was
third
that-
seed that year. He was
Oh, he
third
was
seed that
third?
year. That
Yeah,
was the
and
next
then-
season.
Oh, it was the next season. Okay,
yeah, it was the next
okay,
season
okay.
because he won back to back.
Okay.
With that year where he was third season and they went against Portland, they got the season. Was Jamal hurt that year?
Yeah, Jamal.
got-
Jamal,
Yeah,
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 Jamal was
right
with that
before
year.
the
Yep,
playoffs.
yep. You're up first.
Yeah,
Yep,
right
yep, yep,
before the
yep,
playoffs.
yep.
MPJ was there for that playoff run.
He was out most of the season.
But the
right?
next
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
when
the next year, yeah.
MPJ did not play that season, he played like 9 games. Jamal was out.
Yeah, and then to the Warriors the next
so
year.
that's when they had literally he won MVP.
Yeah.
And it was just AG, him, Monte Morris.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy because they want to discredit Jokic for not winning with an unhealthy squad.
Yeah.
And go ahead. Yeah,
No,
but
go
the talks around that season, like it got so toxic, bro. They're saying Jokic is. I mean, last year they were saying Jokic is not a playoff player. Da 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 da. Da. He's never done anything. But if you think about it, he made the Western Conference Finals in the bubble.
True.
He last season, and before, I mean, the year he won his MVP. I mean, look at the team. Like, there's no way that he would have beat the Warriors, and that team went on to win a championship.
Yeah.
And Luka won in the Western Conference Finals. He lost in 5
So who's your pick for MVP right now?
this season. It's not even a question.
Not even a question.
It's not even a
I
comment.
think that's disrespectful
It's a
to
runaway.
say.
It's a
I
runaway.
think it's a little disrespectful to say is a runaway.
So who do you got winning MVP?
Obviously, I got Tatum winning it this year. I got Tatum
Why is
winning
that? Why
it.
is
I
that?
got Tatum winning it. You're the best player on the best team in the NBA right now. You're up 10, 11 games in your own conference, and I think in the West.
Yeah, they better. They have a better record than number
Number one.
West,
Yeah, and
right?
who's the number one in the West? So Jason Tatum averaging 28, 8 and 5, I believe. You're the first option in the best team in the NBA. How can that? I'm not saying Tatum is like he's like you were runaway, but like why should he not have an argument to like against Jokic to win MVP? You're the best player on a championship team, averaging 27, 28, 8 and 5. He improved in his playmaking abilities. I don't know if you guys seen. So why can he not at least have an argument against? Because you said it's a runaway. That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking at it as disrespectful.
I think
I'm not saying Jokic can't win. He could definitely win it, but
I'm
to
just
say it's a
going-
runaway is
The
disrespectful.
reason why I say it's a runaway, the betting odds is showing it, but
What do you mean, betting?
Yeah, this guy's a betting guy.
I didn't know you was from
I'm
Vegas.
not betting.
I didn't know you was from Vegas.
Listen. I'm not betting, but I'm just saying it just shows the way that it's looking like it's about to happen. But Tatum, it's more of a team effort, bro. And he has an overall team where, like, Jalen Brown might go off. It might be Derek White.
I have a question.
Drew
Didn't you
Holiday,
say?
Porzingis.
I got a question. Didn't you say Jamal Murray was better than those guys?
Yeah, Jamal
So
Jamal
that kind
Murray-
of discredits your argument because
Jamal Murray's like a player.
because you said no, but you said like we're a team player, but your second best option is better than in your eyes. In your eyes,
But
yeah.
Jamal in the playoffs is a beast. You know what I'm saying? In the regular season, like Jalen Brown is a better regular season player than Jamal.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll give you that.
And Porzingis, it's just a lot for the Celtics, and Tatum is not as like dominant as Joker is.
I'll give you that. I'm not mad
You
at
know what I'm
that.
saying? Joker night in,
But
night
when
out.
Tatum gets it going, like people forget like of his inconsistencies. But once Tatum gets it going, people forget what he does, bro. People look at his like lowlights, but why act like the guy never has play? He never
No,
rose in the playoffs.
He's a great player. I have him top. He could be top 5 in the play-in. I mean the MVP race, but
Top 5,
top 5, yeah.
not
I mean,
top 3.
I mean SGA, Luka, and Giannis.
So you have Luka over Tatum,
Right now,
No, I'm just saying
like in the MVP race. I'm talking about MVP race. I'm not talking about as a player.
Win it, but
we're not talking about
listen,
winning it.
no,
We're
no,
just
no,
talking
no,
about like
no.
who's over who.
I said an MVP race. I'm saying Luka. I don't think he can win the MVP, but
Who has a better chance, Luka
Can
or
I
Tatum?
speak,
No,
bro?
because
I
I'm
Go,
saying
alright.
Luka. I don't think he can win it, but with his numbers, at least you got to give him a top 3 finish, top 4 finish. You know, Giannis. So
I'm gonna ask this. Like, forget about like what you like your opinion based
Yeah.
off your. If you had the final
If I
vote,
had-
if you had to pick between 1, 2, and 3,
Mhm.
is Tatum in that top 3?
I'd go Joker number 1,
Okay.
SGA number 2, and then I'd give it to Luka at
At number
third.
3. Okay.
Even
so
though,
that
even
so
though
it's
he's
your
in the,
opinion.
even though he's in the play-in, if he was in the like top 1, 2 seed, he would have won MVP. So I gotta notch him down. He would at least finish 3 with these numbers. He's having like 35-point triple-double almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you gotta give him at least a top 3 finish. You know.
No, it really depends on what you define MVP, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people define MVP as a player where if he was not present on that team, how will
Yeah,
that team
how
perform,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Which is the reason why Jason Tatum gets knocked
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter, right? He sits down, his team is
It's
still
still-
eating,
yeah.
right? We see the numbers, negative 400 when he's,
Yeah.
So
when he's
can we really blame Tatum for his team just
I'm
overperforming?
not blaming. It's just like
Come on,
that's reality, bro. Like his team is good enough where he doesn't have to like carry or I mean he's their best player.
Yeah.
But
it's
is he
a
really
whole team.
is he really the player that's keeping the team alive? Like is it really Tatum centric or is it more team centric? If that makes sense.
No,
right?
I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, we have to understand. Look in past series. Without Tatum, when Tatum sits, like when we played against the Bucks a couple of years or against Philly, without Tatum, we would have been second round exits, maybe even first round exits.
For
Fair.
sure, for
That's
sure. But
honestly
MVP
fair.
is more so about the regular season and what you could do, right?
Yeah, I
Obviously,
agree.
great players show up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The reason why Jamal Murray is not looked too highly in the regular season is because he doesn't perform as well in the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? But for my MVP pick, right, it's
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, right? And I know it sounds like a
Respect.
shocker, right?
Respect.
But it's crazy how people are talking about SJ and how he got his team out the mud.
Yeah.
Why can't we do the same thing for Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards is actually dealing with a lot worse problems, right? He just lost the second best player on the team in Karl Anthony Towns.
Facts.
That's efficient 26 points per game that's gone,
Are they
right?
6-3 right now without Cat?
They are 63 without Cat, and the funny part about that, the 3 losses was against the Clippers, the
The
No,
Lakers.
the
yeah,
Lakers,
yeah.
the Lakers,
The
the
Lakers.
Nuggets,
Nuggets.
and the Caps, right?
And the Lakers was
and
without
all three
everybody.
games were missing either Gobert or Nas,
Exactly.
right? So
Or both.
it's
Yeah,
it's crazy, right? So when we're really looking at it, why isn't Anthony Edwards up there as an MVP candidate, right? Because I understand we are winning games because of our defense, and the reason why we're winning games because of our defense is because of Rudy Gobert, and I understand you get the Rudy Gobert tax,
Yeah.
but no one said that when Joakim Noah, right, was cooking on
Yeah,
defense in that
defense. And
2011
Luol Deng,
D-Rose
yeah.
season. People forget the Chicago Bulls in 2011. The reason why they won so many games was because of their defense.
Yeah,
They're
for
The
sure.
reason why Derrick Rose got so much love on that team was because of the offensive deficiencies, right? You still have to play offense. There's two sides of the ball. Derrick Rose, he went in and he ate, and we saw the spectacular season that he had, which is I don't see from Tatum personally, right? When I look at 2011, I'm thinking, wow, Derrick Rose is doing so many acrobatic layups. He's taking over games. Oh my God, Luol Deng, he is missing. He's bricking. We got all these. What was that white boy on that?
Kirk Heinrich?
Kirk Heinrich.
Heinrich.
Yeah, don't just
Captain
Kirk
Kirk,
Heinrich.
he's nice. He's
Kirk
nice.
Heinrich is
Yeah,
a
he's
really
nice,
good
he's
player.
nice.
He's a
You
really
know, he
good
got some
player.
shooters too.
He's
You
a
know, who's
hooper,
decent.
bro.
Like, don't
Kirk
disrespect
Heinrich,
it.
yeah, was a
He
hooper.
had the facilities and he had the teammates, right? But that was on defense. I see the same thing for Ant, right? Jaden McDaniels, great defender, elite defender. Even though I think it's a down year.
Yeah.
We got Rudy Gobert, who made a big surge on defense, and he's healthy. The back is looking real good. We got Nas Reed. We got all these players that are just rotating and covering
Yeah.
up these guards, and they're playing with heart. Why isn't Anthony Edwards regarded at least a top 5 candidate?
Exactly. At least top
Hey,
5.
you're a Wolves fan. You didn't even have him in the top 3.
I mean,
No, top three is
And-
insane. I'm not.
It's not
mad at
insane.
it.
I don't think it's
I
insane.
mean,
You don't think so? Being top 3?
He's not like I'll get to my top 3 in a
Alright.
second, but I don't think it's insane to have.
I just,
top
but
three.
listen. I want him to get more love, but I just got to put bias aside. Some of these guys are having an insane season. You know, he's having a great season. At least top 10 finish. You know, some of these like ballots I'm seeing, like these fake ballots. He's not even top 10. Like Sabonis is ahead of him. Anthony Davis, top 10 for sure.
For sure, I give him
Yeah,
top
yeah.
10.
No, the people I see
Even top
Sabonis
7.
being ranked ahead of him, but top 5, top 3. That's like
I'm not mad at if you
You
have him
know.
top 5. Yeah, I'm like, but top
I'm
3.
put bias aside. I won't say.
So
top five.
Shuka, who's in your top 3?
Man, that's a really tough question, man. I currently right now I am a big fan of Jokic, right? I think Jokic is definitely like leading the MVP discussion right now. I got Giannis at number 2, right? I feel like Giannis, he's getting that voter fatigue, right? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really getting that. Like we see him
His
averaging like
numbers
30
insane.
plus with
On
elite efficiency.
60%.
Insane.
It never happened.
right?
Yeah.
And this is on a team where Chris Middleton is hurt.
Yeah.
Dame is trying to find his way.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna knock on Dame, but like playing on a new team takes some time. You know, just
Yeah.
because he's a star, right, doesn't necessarily mean that everything should be fine and dandy, right?
Yeah.
They got an elite coach though. Oh my God.
We'll see. We'll see if Giannis can carry Doc Rivers to a championship cup, because if he can,
No,
then we might actually have to start talking big talks for Giannis.
That's a crazy
Well,
hypothetical.
I'll
but-
let you finish.
Yeah, keep
But for number 3, I have Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Luka is one of those players for me is that I understand he has big numbers. People don't like those players that are super ball dominant, but I think he has to be ball dominant. People are talking about he should play defense. Okay, he plays defense. What's gonna happen? They're still gonna lose a lot of games because he has to sacrifice his assists and his high scoring numbers just to play defense. I don't think they'll win as many games.
Yeah.
Right. So, and also I know this has been going on NBA Twitter, but it's funny how Luka is getting that voter fatigue, even though he has never won anything.
Because
Yeah.
every
I
year
don't think so.
we come into the year talking about he might like lead
He
the
might.
MVP.
Yeah, he might, yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
a betting odds.
Which is the reason why I don't like about NBA discourse, is because it's not about what you're doing for that season. It's about that jump you did from the previous season.
Yeah, exactly.
SGA, the reason why he's considered MVP is because, oh my God, the Thunder barely made the playoffs, or didn't even make the playoffs last year, and now all of a sudden they're number 1 contention. But if we're going to use that same logic, why not Ants, right? That's why we have to find a way to define the definition of MVP.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right, if you can't find a definition, then it's just going to be
It's-
based on narratives and vibes.
So, like, in your opinion, like, you would want Ant to win it because you didn't have him in your top 3.
Yeah.
But like, what would be your top 3? Like, if you had the vote, like I kind of did with Matt, where he said he gave his personal top.
Yeah,
3.
no, for sure. Like, if I had to do from from recent history, right? Like
Yeah.
based on what I think was gonna happen, those are the top three, right?
Yeah.
But what I truly believe, in my personal opinion, what I define MVP as is Anthony Edwards. Of course, would I put money on the line to expect Ant to win it right now? Obviously not. But in my personal opinion, based on the same reasonings people are using for guys like Luka, the same reason for guys like Jokic, I think Anthony Edwards should have the ability to win MVP.
That's fair. And then you would have Jokic and then Giannis. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
100%.
All right. So
No,
Zach-
Luka. They had Luka.
No, 'cause
Luka will
he
be
had four
shifted down.
players,
He'll be
he
shifted
had to
down.
shift somebody
He'll be shifted
down.
down.
What's your top three?
My top three. Hey, man. You know what's funny? We came in here. I honestly thought, like, I knew Zach obviously was going to go for Tatum. I knew Matt was going to go for Joker. I thought you were going to go for Joker as well. I got SGA, man. And the
I'm not
reason
mad
why I
at
have SGA over, like, someone like Ant for the reasons you described is, like, obviously, I feel like what's taken away from SGA, especially the last couple of weeks, is how good Jalen Williams has become. Like, J-Dub is, like, he's on that trajectory to, like, literally become, like, a star in this league in a year or two. So I feel like that's taken away from SJ. But what he did in the beginning of the season, I feel like the average age for that team is like 22 years old. There's like
22.5.
literally college teams older than
Yup.
OKC.
Yup.
The leadership from SGA. And I feel like with SGA, his defense even took a step up this year. The clutch moments, he's averaging, I think, is it close to 30?
I think
About-
he's averaging over 30.
over 30,
yeah.
31. The guy's dropped 31 every single game. It's kind of nuts.
One of the more consistent players because
Yeah.
you'll see
Yeah,
him like
for
it's
sure.
always 31, 30.
Always 31, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think going into the season, I've been bad at 5-star about this too, because I was like, if we go into the season and we're doing NBA predictions I think the previous years we've done our predictions of top seed, I had Wolves as a top 3 seed because I felt like I thought the Nuggets was. I said, Wallah, it's Ramadan.
Oh, boy.
Wallah, I had Wolves top 3. I had Wolves top 3. I told you this.
Okay.
I told you this.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely influenced them in that
Fair,
regard.
fair, definitely. But I did not expect this from OKC. I had OKC as a playoff team. I know last year they didn't make the playoffs. But I had OKC as a playoff team, but I thought it would be that bottom 7, 8.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to get to this point of the season and for them to be at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think for that reason, an SGA literally catapulting this team to that possible 1 seed in the West, which is very, very hard to do because you're going against a defensive juggernaut team in the Wolves and you're going against Jokic and Jamal Murray on the Nuggets and that team. And for you to be at that 1 seed, like whether it be just a regular season thing or not, because honestly, we haven't really seen much of SGA in the playoffs
Yeah,
yet.
not much,
And I'm
yeah.
excited to see that this year.
Oh boy.
For that reason alone, I feel like I have SGA first, then I have Jokic second. I feel like I don't have to talk much about
Yeah.
Jokic.
Yeah.
And then Tatum third, bro. I feel like we have to put respect on
Yeah,
Tatum.
that's all. Yeah, I'm just saying, just give the guy respect. I understand the guy might not win it. Obviously, I'm gonna be a realist at the end of the day, but just be respectful enough to put him in that
It's gonna be
conversation.
No, it's not really disrespectful to say that because this league is really deep and it's
Very
really
deep,
talented,
very deep,
Yeah.
right?
very deep.
If I were to say Jokic, SGA, or whatever players are better than Tatum, people won't be like, you know what, that's fair,
Yeah.
because that's how deep the league is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, right, Jason Tatum, I feel like we just got used to his greatness because
Yeah.
he's been doing this since his rookie season. He was
Yeah.
battling LeBron.
Oh, he
in the
laughing.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Let's keep going.
I know. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a certified Tatum hater.
Sure,
We've had Zach on for like multiple times on this podcast. I feel like we never really have Tatum discourses, but as soon as Zach came,
No, I understand where Matt is coming from because I feel like people are trying to force Tatum's greatness down our throats. Let it sit for us, right? Because I'm be honest with you, Tatum is one of those players where it's like, what he plays amazing, right? We've
Yeah.
seen him in the Bucks series.
Yeah.
Like, he went crazy. We love that. But then next thing you know, we're like, this. He faces teams like the Warriors in the finals. We're like, where the hell is the
Is it?
Tatum
Yeah.
that we
Mm.
enjoying love,
Yeah.
right? So that's the issue with
That's
Tatum
him,
because
yeah.
we want that consistency, right? Because people want us to title him as one of the best players in the league, but is he as consistent as guys like Jokic and Giannis? I don't think so.
Going back to that Warriors series, you gotta understand that's everyone's first first finals experience. You have to understand, like, experience really comes in. Obviously, I even had us beating the Warriors. They humbled us, showing us experience matters. Like I'd see possessions where, like, what did LeBron say? Like, he tweeted, so
The
about,
IQ.
the
Yeah,
IQ when
the
it comes down to the
podcast,
Final Four. I agree with that. Obviously, our talent will carry us but can only carry us so far.
Damn, I got dropped 45 in the finals, but at 23.
Yeah. There's a lot of players that.
Touche.
There's a lot of players first.
But no,
first time.
I can say LeBron. He's arguably one of the best players. Arguably the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
Arguably. How is his first 2 finals?
But to give you a
Shit the
rebuttal on
bed.
that, not to interrupt you, but like we can see with the LeBron 07 finals as the reason why he couldn't make it is because of the clear deficiencies on his team.
Yeah.
Tatum didn't lose because of the clear deficiencies on the team. It was
Exactly.
more so of the mental fortitude, just like how you guys were
Absolutely,
talking about,
absolutely.
right?
So what about that 2011 series? His second.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. That's
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, okay, so Tatum was what 20.
But to be fair, Zach, that was held against LeBron, and just as like it's obviously not the same magnitude that it's being held against Tatum.
Yeah.
And it is being held against Tatum, so Tatum now has to break out of it.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. This year, like I've said it, like the whole year,
No, for sure.
it's make or miss this year. Like
No,
we
it's boom or
have to
bust.
win.
It's
We
100%.
have to
The
win
way
this year.
Even if you lose
the
in
way
the
you've been talking, there's no miss. It's just straight make.
We have to,
If
because
in the
like,
finals,
like,
it's
but
a boom,
no,
it's
like
a
we
bust
have to
season.
win it. Like people saying, at least get there. No, we have to win
100%
it.
win.
Like what this lineup is insane. Like I don't see like a team in the league with what we have across the board from the 1 through 5 position or even the bench. Like it's insane.
Denver.
No, okay, no, I'm not even gonna get into
Yeah,
that.
pound for pound
I'm not even gonna. I think we're pound for pound, like in terms of on paper. I think we're better than you guys on paper.
Yeah.
Just on paper. I'm not saying obviously you guys
Yeah,
beat.
but the way Denver plays, it's like
Yeah.
guys are stars in their roles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. But at the end of the day, coming from a disappointing Eastern Conference Finals loss last year to already clinching that first seed before anyone even clinched a playoff spot in this, like at this time, like that's why you gotta give Tatum his
Facts.
flowers at the end of the day, bro. Like that's insane already. You're already 11 games above in your own conference. I don't know what it is, the whole league. I don't know how much games. Well, whatever it is, that's probably a good.
They're 57-14, and then Nuggets come second. They're 50-21. So
Okay.
that's
No,
that's
that's
a gap.
amazing.
You know,
That's
so
big gap.
Respect.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So to do that, and I think we're gonna dominate, especially in the whole Eastern Conference in the playoffs. I don't think a team could beat us twice, in my opinion. Obviously, we might give them a game. We shoot ourselves in the foot,
Twice?
but
You don't see it.
no, I
Series
think like
once.
beating us more than twice. I should
More
say.
than twice. Oh,
I
Game
I
seven,
think that. I think
pushing
that.
up to
I don't
Game
think a
seven.
team will take us to Game 7
So
in the whole
Milwaukee,
Eastern.
you have it
I don't think.
six.
I don't. Yeah, I think we're
Matt,
beating.
look close to the mic.
I don't think a team can beat us more than twice in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, I'm gonna give Denver their respect. Obviously, what Jokic is doing is phenomenal. Finals MVP, and he's picking up where he left off this season. That alone, I could just, if I have to, obviously, like you said, put down money, I'm give it to Jokic.
Did you give your top 3 though, Zach? You
No.
said Tatum first?
Yeah, I have Tatum 1st. I have Jokic. I don't have to go more into depth, and I got Luka going as the third. Yeah.
So
Not
you
bad.
got Luka in there. You got Luka in there. You almost had Luka in there.
I think what I say for. I think mine was Jokic. It was like
You said
Yeah,
like you feel
Jokic.
personal. You said
Yeah.
and Jokic, Giannis.
yeah, personally.
Oh, you're the only one. I see Giannis.
Giannis is top 4 for me.
Yeah.
He's number
Yeah,
4. He's
yeah.
number 4 for me.
It's
The
tough.
team struggled.
it's
That's
all-
why I feel bad.
Yeah,
for
it
them.
struggled. It struggled.
There's
Like when
five-
Doc came, they were on that
there's-
losing
There's
streak.
a lot
Like
of
they were
legit
losing.
candidates, so someone's gonna get left off no
Yeah,
matter what.
for
You
sure.
say top 3.
Yeah, it's just that hard balance between like wins or performance.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
mixture, right?
We're gonna move on from the MVP topic, but Matt said his name earlier. One day we're gonna have an honest conversation about Sabonis, but we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at
Yeah.
that.
I think Sabonis is actually a really great player, and I feel like people are underestimating him. Like at some point,
But it's
like,
just his lack of his ability on the offensive side of the ball. I just
I
feel
don't
like
even have
I
it.
mean,
that's just what that's what literally hurt them in the last year against
Yeah,
the Warriors.
his jump
Yeah.
shot.
I mean, just like how you gave grace to Tatum about his first time being in the finals, that was his first time
Okay.
in the playoffs. And
Finals and the playoffs are two different
he was
sports.
in Indiana.
it's-
Like, give some
Indiana.
respect.
No,
Come on,
but
bro.
it's the same sentiment though. Like you got to give grace to people that are.
Like,
How was Tatum his first playoffs?
No, but Tatum's a way better player. It's not
Okay.
fair.
There's
Yeah.
people
I
that
know, but
perform the first playoffs and people that don't.
But I feel like people do underestimate the ability to have a center that can pass and set screens at the right time and making sure you could get
Yeah,
the easy
for
20
sure.
ball.
No, for sure he's a good player. But I just feel like when I look at the Kings, I don't see Sabonis as their best player. I see Fox.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I don't know. I
but-
don't think anyone would have
But then I
Sabonis.
feel like no. But then like when you talk to like other NBA people, or sometimes you see on Twitter, it looks like Sabonis is the best player on that team, and I don't see that.
I think people
And
just
that's
looking
why I
at
have
the numbers
they look at the
and all that.
numbers.
that's
most double-doubles, they
that's
just
what,
look at
that's
that,
what I'm
yeah.
not issue with. But we can move on from that. Let's talk about a hot topic. Just like yesterday, we had the Warriors come over here, get their ass busted.
Yeah.
You know, I've
Yeah.
watched that game from the beginning of the tip off to the end hoping I would get a Rudy Gobert and Draymond moment.
Yeah.
I'm actually disappointed it didn't happen, but it was a very good game.
That 2-week therapy.
Yeah,
Changed
yeah,
it.
Changed him.
I was very excited for something to happen. Like I literally from tip off to the end. Very good game though. I don't think we really have much to get into the game, and it's amazing. Nas Reed is amazing, but the way that West playing is turning up.
A quick question: do you think Nas can win a 6-man this year?
I think he's gonna be in the race.
Is he starting too many games now though?
I don't.
That's what I'm
I
saying,
don't
that's
think
what
so.
I'm
I think
saying.
he started just a couple games here and there.
I feel like.
But
I feel
think.
But he's still
Malik-
labeled as a 6-man.
I mean, yeah, but Malik Monk, I think.
Oh, you think he's the runaway?
might-
I was just
might
wondering.
win it,
Okay.
you know, they might give him the nod,
Yeah.
but Nas should at least get a top 2-3 finish.
You don't think over Norman Powell too?
No, I think he's over
Yo,
Norman Powell.
he's over Norman Powell.
Powell, okay.
I'll take it back, Zach. I'll take it back. I'll take it
Because
back.
you were telling me Norman Powell for stretches.
No, it definitely was. But then what Nas Reed has been doing since
Yeah.
Cat got hurt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But he
saw
was-
a
he's
good
starting,
starting
though.
him.
He's
That's why I
shooting.
feel like-
He's a
He
legit
is shooting damn
all-star
well 50%
talent.
from three.
Yeah.
50.
He's a legit all-star talent. Like if he
I
was on a
agree.
different team like Washington or Hornets, you know how Sengun is getting that type of like praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have been on that type of all-star. You know what I'm saying? People put him on their ballots, and I think he would have been maybe.
Okay.
You know.
So let's get into the Warriors side of things. Damn, I just lost my whole standings.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are.
They're like
Okay,
10.
right
They're like a
here.
game
They're
above the
10?
Rockets.
Yeah, they're
the
a
Rockets
game
might-
above the Rockets.
the
A
Rockets
game
might-
or half a game?
A game.
A game.
Okay.
A game above the Rockets, and then they're now a game and a half behind the Lakers, who they were having that little 9-10 beef.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Warriors in danger of missing the play-in, bro?
You saw what Draymond said. We don't care about no Rockets.
But the way the Rockets have been playing,
They've
Jalen
been
Green,
hooping.
ever
He's been
since
hooping. Ever since he's been hooping.
He's been hooping. For
He's
that
been
contract
hooping.
there.
Nah, I still think Warriors will finish 10th. I still think Warriors will finish 10th.
And my-
I think it comes down to like schedules. I got to look at the schedules for both teams, see, compare it.
I
Like whoever has the easiest schedule, I might obviously get
Here's
that.
what I would say. Personally, for me, watching that game as a Wolves fan with the Warriors, why don't we put hold Steph Curry to a standard like every other star,
I
right?
disagree, man.
Why is he playing less than 30 minutes a game, or why is he playing like Wolves? How many minutes did he play? 30 minutes.
Yeah,
30 on the dot.
You know, like at some point, like people be talking about, oh yeah, like LeBron, he's too much. He's Lee GM. He's taking like, why does he
Yeah.
have so much? Steph Curry should be able to tell Steve Kerr, I'm the best player in the world. Let me play some more minutes so I could
Yeah.
beat the bum-ass Timberwolves,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to be honest with you, right? And just like what Rudy Gobert said, insecurity is loud. You see what Draymond Green is saying in these press conferences. What do you say about the Rockets? Like,
So we don't give a damn about them.
I'm telling you right now, deep down, he knows that this team is not capable of playing winning basketball. And
But they're already proven. I don't think they don't care like that much anymore. Like
I get it, which is the
they know
reason why I don't
dynasty's
think
dying.
they'll make the play-ins, just because I feel like the Rockets, it's all about the momentum, right?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like the Rockets,
Absolutely.
they're hungry. They want
Absolutely.
to make those play-ins. They want to
Absolutely.
get some experience.
Absolutely.
The Warriors, they're going to be like, you know what? 4 championships. You
They
know,
like look at the team.
we're
Like,
tired.
like compare that 2022 roster that they won it and look at it. That's two completely different
No,
teams.
100%. And I definitely,
It's not that
You
much
look-
different.
Like
honestly.
Wiggins, no, I'm not. I mean, I'm not in terms of like Wiggins. Like he was an all-star that year, and look at
Yeah,
Wiggins
yeah,
now.
It's the same
Yeah.
players, but it's
they're
different.
not
But
performing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, in my
that's what I
opinion,
mean.
I think the Warriors, they're cooked.
They're
you
cooked,
know?
yeah, absolutely,
And the
they're done.
reason
Do you think?
why-
Do you think they're gonna make the play-in?
I think they're gonna be that 10th seed. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
But in my opinion, like the Lakers and Warriors, I think there's no hope. Like they just dug themselves like too
Lakers
Too
deep.
big of a hole.
Too deep.
We're
of a
gonna-
No, I think Lakers.
I mean, the Lakers. I think they're just as good as some of these teams ahead of them. Like if you
Yeah.
played them in a playoff series,
They
not
do,
like
yeah.
a regular season, like a long season. But it's about being in that 9-10 seed, bro.
Winning
It's
two
like,
games.
It's like you cannot lose in the play-in, and you have to win that 9-10 game, and then play the
loser of
either
the
the
7-8.
7-8, and there are going to be two great teams, especially in the West, playing on the road, and for a chance to play the 1 seed. Like
I mean, at the end of the
it's-
day,
it's just too much to overcome. for
Here,
them.
here's the thing: if the Thunder gets the first seed, right? Let's say the Thunder gets the first seed, and then the Lakers beat the Warriors, and then let's say who's the 7-8? Let's just say Nuggets,
it's Dallas
Dallas
and-
and Suns.
Dallas and like Phoenix, yeah.
I think one game.
It's Dallas and Kings. Six.
So let's say the Kings.
Suns are 6, but they're
So let's say
half
the
game
Kings.
behind.
Let's say the Kings lose that game. So it's gonna be the Kings and Lakers, or whoever it is, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I think when one game, everyone playing, I think Lakers can
Beat the
sneak
Kings?
that win.
I don't think so.
You know, it's just one. No, just one game.
Yeah.
Not even
Because
one
in a
game.
series, I think we talked about in a series. I think Lakers can beat them in a series.
We just had a little small conversation about Sabonis, but Sabonis when he sees AD,
Yeah.
different hooper.
It's
Different hooper.
But I do kind of agree with them. I think the Lakers, they're just as good as like
Yeah,
Kings,
just
Pels,
one
some
game.
of these teams.
And then if
And-
they play the Thunder in the first round,
Yeah, I mean that is a good take because I think LeBron, especially LeBron, if it's like you have to lock in for one
Lock
game
in,
or a
yeah.
series, and he could put all his effort into it, I think he come out on top. Especially he'll play much better than he did in the regular season.
Because you said like
But-
past episodes, he got to
yeah,
preserve his energy,
exactly.
but when he gets to put it in,
Watch that Kings game, like he wasn't guarding Harrison Barnes off screens. Or
Yeah.
he wasn't chasing.
yeah,
So his energy level was going to be much better.
Much-
so,
yeah.
I mean, we seen them make a run.
that's just me. That's just me.
But the Warriors, in my opinion, they're just not good.
no, yeah, they're just
Like the Lakers, I can see them actually being a threat if they, come out to play in and
Yeah.
they get the right team. The Warriors, I just don't think they're good enough to battle with even the teams ahead of them.
yeah. I
they're
mean, we
tough.
just seen it last year with the Lakers. They were in the play-in, Western Conference Finals run. Why can't they do it again? I'm not saying
They're
they're
not
going to
gonna
Western
do it again.
Finals. I'm
They're
not
not doing it
saying. I'm just saying
again,
they can get a first round win
They're
if
not
they,
gonna do it
depending who they
again.
see.
I don't think they.
It
I don't
really
think they
depends.
get any series wins. in my
Really?
opinion.
It really depends.
It's like
feel
I said,
You don't
depends.
think the Lakers can get a series win?
No.
Like if they see the
Absolutely
Thunder or like, you don't think so?
I think
I
the
don't think
Thunder.
so.
I think they match up well.
Yeah, they
They're a
do.
small
Yeah,
team.
they're just bigger than
Like
them.
if LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Lock in. I truly
Come on,
believe
bro.
they could beat them in a series.
SGA would average damn near 40 against
Yeah, they
them.
don't have defense.
Yeah, they have no point attack defender. SGA
And who
average-
would guard on the other side of the ball?
I think that,
Aside, I know
I'm
Dory's
not-
there, but still, at the end of the day, I just think Lakers are just more experienced. They've already won a chip. You have LeBron and AD.
it would be a
I
tough series. It would
I
be a
think-
tough series. I would say.
I'm not saying they're gonna
Yeah.
win comfortably. Like I'm gonna give Thunder the respect, but if I had to put money on it, I'm gonna take Lakers to win it.
That's fair. That's fair.
To be
Anything
fair,
else?
we don't know if Shea's gonna be that same guy.
Exactly,
for the
too.
rest
That's
of
just-
the
he got it,
season.
thank you.
I'm
He
gonna
got
be
it.
honest with you, right?
It's like you said, we haven't seen Shea in
Yeah,
the
like-
playoffs.
We're gonna see. We're
We
gonna
We
see.
haven't
this.
seen
Oh, yeah, we've seen him
before.
We've seen
No,
him
no,
before,
not
but he was a
no
good player.
not
He was a good
Clippers,
player.
not Clippers,
and
but
especially with this, the referees changing the calls now, like
Well,
his free throws going down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these free throw merchants, they're not performing in the playoffs. You know what I'm
like
saying?
you've seen Embiid.
Didn't
in
he,
the
didn't he
playoffs,
just
you've
score like
seen-
12 points and we seen the
Against the
Yeah.
Bucks
he only had like
last
3 free
night.
throws?
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
night, yeah. That's a regular
The
season.
merchants,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, playoffs, they're not gonna call that. You know what I'm
We
saying?
gotta get into that topic. We gotta do episode of that what they the playoff.
Yeah.
The
For
guys
sure.
that can't before the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top
Going back
play-
to the
We're
Warriors,
gonna
though.
title it top playoff merchants.
Yeah.
Top
Free
free
throw
throw
merchants.
merchants.
That
Yeah.
can't afford-
Yeah.
Going back to the Warriors, though,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to talk about their front office and how they definitely failed Steph Curry in a sense, right? They
That's what I was gonna
100%
say
no,
earlier until you said,
Oh.
"Yo, Steph should be
No,
held
I'm
more
talking about
responsible."
specifically. I'm talking about specifically in that game against the Wolves last night,
Okay,
right
okay,
in Target
okay.
Center,
Oh, okay,
right?
fair.
I'm just talking about like, hey, how he should be like, yo, listen, why am I playing 30 minutes? Let me go play 37, 38 to beat the Timberwolves without Karl Anthony Towns, right? But I think the Warriors, what they really messed up on was keeping their legacy stars, right? The Klay Thompson, the Draymond Greens, and not trying to move forward with Steph Curry. I think what the Warriors should have done was trade those players. I get it. You know, it looks bad for the organization. Those are like really, great players that have done a lot of good things for you. But deep down, we all know they're cooked,
Yeah.
right? If I'm the Warriors now moving forward, I'm knocking on the Sixers' door and I'm asking the availability of Joel Embiid because I think Joel Embiid is one of those players where we thinking, oh yeah, it's modern NBA players going to play at their 37, 38. I think Joel Embiid is going to be one of those players where I think he's
Yeah.
going to have a short career.
Mhm.
People are
It's
underestimating
dangerous.
his injuries, and I think Joel Embiid, he's looking at the Sixers team. Don't get it twisted. I love Tyrese Maxey. He's a phenomenal player. But if I get a chance to play with
With
Steph
Steph Curry,
Curry,
yeah.
right, I'm going to go to San Francisco, play in the Chase Center, and try to win my first ever championship with Steph Curry because I feel like their timeline works really well. Steph Curry he has to win. I wouldn't say he has to win, but like if he's still hungry and he wants to
He
win
can get
a
one
couple
more,
more
yeah,
chips,
yeah.
because you don't want to rebuild with Steph Curry. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's the issue with the Warriors team because they're just trying to do whatever they can with this current team.
Yeah.
I think they
Trying to
should.
retool.
I think they should just let go of
Clay and Draymond.
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew
That's the guy you have to
Wiggins.
ship
Oh,
out.
yeah,
I
for sure,
think
yeah.
they would also have to add Kuminga.
And yeah, the Warriors. I mean, right now I feel like it's to get Embiid,
It's hard,
They
yeah.
don't have the assets to
Yeah.
to get him. And I remember when they were injured that year and they had that third pick in that draft. Everyone was saying, should they draft? Should they not? And they were saying they're going to play two timelines with, the Kuminga. I mean, they got Wiseman, but
Yeah.
they had Kuminga, Moses Moody, Jordan
Yeah.
Poole, and they just came off a championship and they were trying to play these two timelines. And I thought it would have been better if they'd have just traded that third pick maybe to get someone NBA ready to
And
play
I feel like the timelines clashed because if you
Yeah.
look at it, Then the Jordan Poole Draymond thing happened,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now you trade Jordan Poole for who? One of the oldest players in the league,
CP0,
Chris
yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
And that guy's butt, bro. Like, I don't make fun of him anymore.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I can't.
yeah.
I feel bad sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he's done this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an
But-
old player, bro.
Yeah.
So no one.
He's finito.
And I mean, they could have cashed. They could have been cashed in their chips. You know, like Kuminga, Moses Moody. Like he had a little bit more value when he got
Yeah.
drafted,
Not
especially the
anymore
pick.
now.
I think he was like a top 13 pick. Kuminga was like 7th pick. You know, they could have traded those picks.
the Wiseman
and even
pick
Wiseman,
killed him,
that
I
third
think.
pick,
I
you
think
could-
killed him.
You
I think
could get a
killed him.
legit star for third pick. You know what I'm saying? They could have built with that 2022 championship team, but they played 2 timelines. And now I feel like they're a little bit in no man's land. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
with they're not good now, and I don't even see these guys. Like Kuminga, he's a good player. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see these guys ever becoming like superstars or
Yeah.
stars where you know what I'm saying. So I don't think they have a future or they have now.
Nothing. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have nothing. We done with the words?
Yeah.
Anything else I want to talk about?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
good.
Just can't
For
believe we
time.
lost to those guys.
Yeah,
Can't believe
yeah.
we lost to those guys.
He said, "Can't believe we lost to
Can't
this
believe we
guy."
lost
In the
to those
finals,
guys.
or you
Well,
talking about
yeah,
regular
finals,
season?
Yeah, well, I just look back. I'm
Eh,
like, can't believe we lost to these guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and we will be back soon, guys. Peace.